Brooksby now takes advantage of a slip from Pete. Brooksby towards the edge of the area, cuts in field, takes a shot from distance. Wayne Brooksby with the left boot. It's the bottom right-hand corner, and the former Ferriby man comes back to haunt the side that he once played for.
Good evening and welcome here to Nethermoor, and it's another one of those history-making moments for the Lions. This time it's our opener in the Vanarama National, the first time that Nethermoor has welcomed football at this level, and what a historic occasion it is for Guiseley. But the last historic occasion that they faced Altrincham and the Robins was, of course, that unforgettable promotion final where the last minute winner, that man Greg Wilkinson, broke all our hearts. So perhaps a little bit of vengeance could be on offer tonight for the Lions. Let's hope so. It's also, of course, a huge occasion for us, as well as being in the Vanarama National for the very first time, and vital that we get off to winning ways as much as we can after the defeat on Saturday. Stick with us here on Guiseley Radio.
Brooksby now on the edge of the 18-yard box, comes charging in, plays the ball across the base of the goal, into the back of the net, and it's Adam Boys who has scored Guiseley's third. The Lions are in dreamland this evening.
Yeah, thank you very much, and welcome here to Guiseley AFC Radio. It's a big night for us all at the club, and I've been down here as soon as I could get away from work, and there has been a tremendous amount of effort and activity going on to get ourselves ready for this new competition. And what a disappointment it might have been in terms of the on-field scoreline on Saturday, but a thoroughly enjoyable trip down to Welling United on Saturday, even though we lost 1-0. We hope will transform itself into a satisfaction on the field as well as off the field with this evening's game against Altrincham. I'm Colin Robertson, alongside me is Dave Kendra. Dave, welcome back, and you must be as excited as I am about this.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Nethermoor for the first game of a brand new season. I have not stopped grinning since I got in. This is brilliant. We've got a brand new we've got a beautiful looking pitch out there today. We've got a brand new programme. What's shaping up to be a very, very decent turnout here tonight. We've got a new chippy van at one end of the ground that I'll be checking out later, and a decent sized away support tonight. There's going to be a real atmosphere tonight, I think, and it's going to be a real sense of occasion about it.
Yeah, occasion, that's the main thing, of course, because it is an occasion, but we mustn't get lost up in the occasion. It's important after Saturday to get the points on the board. Isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, sorry. You did something else. Yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, Saturday was a disappointment in terms of the result, but in terms of the performance, actually, I think, looking at it with a couple of days away from it, I think we played quite well, especially in that second half. We rallied a lot. In the first half, we were a bit shaky, but settled a bit more in the second half, created some chances. We're very unlucky, hit the bar, just missed. Liam Dickinson missed an absolute sitter. I'm sure he's had nightmares about that since. And really, and that goal-mouth scramble right at the end, we really should have created something, and we're very unlucky not to come away with a point from that. But as you say, it was a really lovely trip down. May they all be so nice this season. Of course, Welling were a really good, well-run family club, very welcoming to us, and now first home game of the season against a very familiar looking team. We've played them quite a few times in the Conference North. Obviously, that playoff final still stings a little bit. I wish you hadn't mentioned it, because it does still feel a bit like a gut punch to me, but so hopefully we'll be able to get off to winning ways tonight.
Okay, well, let's just hear from one of the debutants, the defender Rob Atkinson. Here were his thoughts when he spoke to Chris Bell after the game.
At Welling, Rob, first things first, can you try and sum up the performance and the result?
Well, we're obviously massively disappointed. We really thought we were the better side out there. I think they've had one chance and scored it, whereas we've created a lot of clear-cut chances, not just half chances, but clear-cut chances. But like I say, we've not taken them, and we've coming away with a 1-0 defeat, unfortunately.
Just how do you feel that the back line did today? Because you didn't seem to have too many chances. I don't think Steve had many saves to make.
Yeah, no, we look fairly solid, not just as a back four, but as a team, really. So it's, like I say, it's obviously disappointing to lose 1-0 when they've not really created too much other than the goal. But we dust ourselves down. The good thing is we've got another game on Tuesday, which we're all looking forward to. So we go into that full of confidence.
Is that a positive to have another game so quickly to get this one out of the system?
Yeah, I wouldn't say we played badly today. It's not as though we want to get it out of the system. But with the result, obviously we're disappointed with the result, not so much the performance. But it's always nice to bounce back with a midweek game. There's no better opportunity than a home game, for the first home game of the new season. So no, the lads are really looking forward to it.
And of course on Tuesday, it's Altrincham. They've been here a couple of seasons already now. So what sort of test are you expecting from them?
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult game. There's no easy game in this league, so we know it's going to be a difficult task. But yeah, no, it's one that we're all really looking forward to. I think if we can play similar to what we played today, but with a bit more football, a bit more passing, a bit more of our type of game, then hopefully it'll stand us in good stead for Tuesday night.
And 4 of the next 5 games at Nethermoor, how crucial could the home form be?
I think it's massively important to have a good home record. If you obviously have a good home record, it sets the footings in nicely, and if we can pick a couple of points up on the road, it always helps. But yeah, no, it's good to have the next 4 games out of 5 at home, so we're looking forward to it.
Rob Atkinson there speaking to Chris Bell after Saturday's game against Welling. Of course, that game resulted in the Lions losing by a single goal to nil. Much more needed tonight from Guiseley, but hopefully a different condition. Let's just hear all about the teams now. Of course, Lions have sent up a similar, in fact, exactly identical lineup to Saturday's game at Welling. So it's in goal: Stephen Drench, Danny Lowe, Adam Lockwood, captain, Jake Lawler, Wayne Brooksby, Adam Boys, Tom Craddock, Will Hatfield, Nicky Boschel, Zach Thompson, and Rob Atkinson. On the bench, Dan Atkinson, Ryan Toulson, Gavin Rothery, Danny Hall, and Liam Dickinson. For Altrincham, Stuart Coburn, Sean Densmore, the captain, Adam Griffin, Jake Moult, Gianluca Haven, James Laurie, Michael Rankin, Damien Reeves, Josh O'Keefe, Thomas Marshall, Jordan Sinnott, and on the bench, Scott Leather, Anthony Griffith, Tim Deasy, George Bowerman, and Ryan Crowther. So the 2 teams just going through the coin toss with the referee, Michael Salisbury. He'll be assisted today by Stuart Richardson and David Underwood, the 4th official, as we have now here at Nethermoor regularly in Kelvin Sarsfield. It's the little things, isn't it, Dave, that give you the little thrills about this promotion.
How often are we going to be saying this year that, oh, well, that's new for this year. It's new that the refs are mic'd up in this division. It's new that we've got a 4th official. I'm still getting a little kick out of the squad numbers and the names printed on the back of the shirts.
So we're about to get underway, and Guiseley will kick off from... Altrincham will kick off, shooting from left to right. They'll be playing in red and white stripes, black shorts and white socks. Guiseley in white with dark blue shorts and dark blue socks. Altrincham get the ball from right back, play it long upfield, and it's flicked away by Nicky Boschel. Still in the middle of the park here with Josh O'Keefe. O'Keefe out here to Jordan Sinnott, but he loses possession, and Guiseley come away with it. Wayne Brooksby just up to the halfway line, looking for Will Hatfield, but Will Hatfield playing at right back, can't hold on to the ball, and Altrincham recover. Come back forward now with Michael Rankin, takes a shot which is deflected on the edge of the D, and it's away and up to the edge of the centre circle, where Will Hatfield takes the ball down, gives the ball here to Craddock. Craddock, who hit the bar on Saturday, plays it forward, looking for Nicky Boschel. He's not able to win that one on that occasion, and it's knocked out, but Guiseley take the throw quickly, and eventually Haven clears. Picked up again here by Thompson. Zach Thompson, the former Leedsman, gets the ball into the feet of Brooksby. He can't get the return ball. Brooksby now threads the ball onto the right-hand side, where Hatfield has taken an advanced position. In here to Craddock, to Boys rather, and then back all the way back to Thompson and Lawler. But a good ball from Lawler. Picks up Boys. Boys on the right-hand side is dispossessed, and Altrincham can come away with it. But good tackling and tenacity from Whale Hatfield. And Guiseley win the throw deep inside Altrincham territory.
It's a bit of a scrappy start to this, but it's fast-paced. Guiseley are going after them.
Ball down the right-hand side towards Boys, but it's overrun and out for a throw in Altrincham's left-back position. And we have had just 2 minutes with Guiseley and Altrincham locked at 0-0. The ball now here with Zach Thompson, but he's lost possession out here, and Rankin picks it up, plays the ball out to the right-hand side into the feet of Jordan Sinnott. Guiseley win the ball back though, and it's here with the possession of Tom Craddock. A lovely ball over the top, finds out a Boys, a great shot straight at the goalkeeper Stuart Coburn. Lovely ball there though from Craddock, picked out Boys drilled it in towards the goal, straight at Coburn in the end.
Well, that's a little bit of the class that Tom Craddock can bring to this side. He's got a assured touch, brought it down well, played it over the top, caught Adam Boys. This is exactly the sort of ball that Adam Boys thrives on, and Boys just couldn't beat the keeper on that occasion. Bit straight at the keeper on that occasion.
Clearance now from Altrincham, sends it long, and Stephen Drench is way out of his area. Volleys it clear brilliantly up into the Altrincham half. Tom Craddock takes it down, then the ball's sent all the way back here to the goalkeeper, Stuart Coburn. And Coburn now has launched the ball into touch, and it's a throw-in for Guiseley. Level with the edge of the centre circle inside the Altrincham half. And in fact, it's a free kick. No, sorry, I misjudged that. So a free kick will be taken right out there by the touchline. It's a lovely ball in here. Lovely touch onto Craddock. Craddock tried to chip it over the goalkeeper. He claims that the goalkeeper, Stuart Coburn, collided with him. In the end, Altrincham do get it clear, and up here to Sinnott. Very bright start from the Lions in this game. A couple of good chances early doors, and both from balls over the top.
Good ball in there from Nicky Boschel. Tom Craddock going onto it. It bounced a bit high for him. He never really had it properly under control. It was a 50-50 challenge. I mean, Craddock claims for a penalty as any good striker would, but I don't really think there was any real malice in that challenge from the Altrincham keeper.
So 0-0 after just 4 minutes. The ball with the Lions in their back line, played forward by Hatfield, and it's easy for Havern to recover for Altrincham, and sends it back to Stuart Coburn, who's already been in the thick of things early doors in this game. And the goalkeeper prepares to come out of the area and send one long upfield again once more. Guiseley win the ball back, but Altrincham battle hard, and Damien Reeves, who hasn't seen too much of the ball early doors in this game, wins the ball on this occasion. And there's a opportunity for Altrincham to come down the left-hand side. A free kick is awarded after a challenge. A couple of seconds before, referee Michael Salisbury plays the advantage and then brings play back, and now it's a Altrincham throw, about 5 or 6 yards in from the touchline on the left-hand side, level with the edge of the centre circle, and a chance for them to get the ball long into the box.
Guiseley are getting after Altrincham a bit more.
5 minutes gone. This free kick is taken and headed up in the air by Nicky Boschel. Zach Thompson can't win the header. And then the ball's into the area, and a chance there for Damien Reeves, who was in oceans of space and he was onside. He span on the ball, took the shot, and it's behind for a goal kick, and that's a real let-off for the Lions.
Well, that was extraordinary. The Guiseley defence just stood absolutely stock still. I think they must have been expecting Damien Reeves to be called offside. The recrimination started almost immediately. Lockwood and Atkinson staring at each other, asking what was happened, what happened there, who was going after him.
Well, that was a great chance there for Altrincham. Guys have had chances themselves, and it's a really open start to this game, but no goals as yet. 6 minutes gone. The throw from the right-hand side with Hatfield to take midway through the Altrincham half. It's headed away by Marshall, and then Guiseley battling and scrapping, trying to get the ball back here with Will Hatfield. Win the throw. The Lions again with the ball here with Wayne Brooksby. Back here into the feet of Rob Atkinson. Centre half plays it forward, flicked on by Adam Boys well towards Nicky Boschel, but beyond him, and Altrincham can clear. And the clearance, looking for the run of Damien Reeves, has to be well shepherded away by Adam. Taken over here by Danny Lowe. Lowe into the feet of Craddock. Craddock takes the ball and plays it square to Lawler, just on the halfway line. Lawler raking crossfield ball out towards Brooksby, intercepted. Headed away, now with Rankin for Altrincham. The Robins come forward, but a good tackle comes in from Thompson. Great ball in here towards Craddock on the edge of the 18-yard box. 3 around him, takes a shot, held by Coburn. But more incisive passing move from Guiseley in the final third. And a little snapshot there from Tom Craddock. Didn't really test Stuart Coburn, but good build-up play nonetheless.
That move started with the tenacity of Zach Thompson trying to win that ball back. He'd been dispossessed a second before by Rankin, and he ran and he got it back, and he started that move.
Header up in the air by Lockwood. Ball goes all the way back to Drench. And Guiseley have time just to settle themselves, get into some attacking shape again, but unfortunately Brooksby loses out to O'Keefe. And Josh O'Keefe plays the ball forward, gets it back on that left-hand side. James Laurie with a little poke forward, but tidied up well by Hatfield, and Guiseley get the ball up to the halfway line. Jake Lawler chases after it, and so does Wayne Brooksby. Lawler wins the ball, but it's intercepted by Griffin. And in the end, it goes out for a Altrincham throw, inside their own half. And they play the ball up over the halfway line. Guys, get the touch and get the ball out off a Robbins man, and it's a Guiseley throw on the halfway line on that other side. Vague break in play for a moment, a little bit of scrappy football as both sides scrap to try and win the ball back on the halfway line. Eventually, Guiseley do get the ball and they send it long upfield, looking to find Craddock. Now as Nicky Boschel's on the ball, he's bundled over and earns Guiseley the free kick. Not the most convincing of free kicks, I would say, but...
Well, I think he made the most of it. I think it was a clumsy challenge, but I think rather our man there made the most of it.
It's a guy...
Gamesmanship, Colin. It's gamesmanship.
Don't say that. Guiseley now with the free kick inside the Altrincham half, but about level with the centre circle on the right-hand side. It's going to go long, though. Plenty of players lining up on the edge of the 18-yard box. In the end, the delivery isn't good enough from Brooksby, and it's straight. It's high and easy for Stuart Coburn to collect. Straightforward enough for the goalkeeper. Disappointing delivery.
Yeah, a bit of a waste of an opportunity there.
Clearance from the back line, headed on by Lockwood. Picked up in the general direction of Sinnott, but Jordan Sinnott lets it go so that Densmore will take a throw for Altrincham. Right in front of us in the main stand here. Good crowd here at Nethermoor tonight. Hopefully enjoying what they're seeing so far. It's 0-0, but very open game, and you think there's going to be goals in this one. Griffin sends it down the left-hand side. Stephen Drench comes out, but he doesn't need to collect it. It's going to go out for a throw for guys in right-back position.
I think what we're doing tonight that we didn't do as much in the first half on Saturday is closing them down a lot more. There's a whole bunch more energy about the side. But I don't know, maybe we were overthinking it on Saturday. Maybe just today we're just going to go for it.
Very hot on Saturday as well, wasn't it?
It was very hot. It was in the mid-20s. It's a little bit cooler. Might suit the pace and the passing of the game. It's a lot shorter pitch as well. The grass was a bit long on Saturday. Didn't really suit guys' passing game.
Absolute privilege to see the turf out tonight. A wonderful pitch. Altrincham meanwhile earn a free kick inside their own half after Guiseley can't retain the ball in that area, and the visitors can slowly move the ball upfield towards Rankin. Rankin tries to spin past Lockwood, but he's adjudged to have fouled the Guiseley captain, and Guiseley get a free kick. And Rob Atkinson sends it upfield. Chested down by Boys. Into the feet of Zach Thompson. Zach Thompson, surging run. Just overruns it, but keeps going. Great tenacity to Boschel. Boschel floats it up towards the back post. It's a poor delivery from Nicky Boschel in the end. And a good run from Zach Thompson. Stuart Coburn just says to everyone to calm down.
Splendid run from Zach Thompson there. Real tenacity. Again, I've used that word twice about him tonight. I'll keep using it. I'll use it more if we carries on like this. Great run.
Guys, you know, with a bit of defending to do. Danny Lowe sends it back to Stephen Drench. And then Drench launches it clear upfield. And it's headed on now by Brooksby. He's trying to win this one. It's taken down well by Nicky Boschel. Good spin on the ball. Boschel from distance then takes a shot. And he perhaps over-elaborated that a little.
He should have looked up. He had 3 men. He had Brooksby, he had Boys, and he had Tom Craddock in front of him. If he'd have looked up and found one of them, we'd have been in. Shame.
Early goal in the Vanarama National North has gone to Nuneaton, beating Brackley 1-0. Brackley, of course, scored, got a good victory on Saturday against Harrogate Town. Stuart Coburn with the clearance. Full complement of fixtures in the Vanarama National and Vanarama National North that we'll keep you up to speed with. Danny Lowe, meanwhile, has the ball for Guiseley. Just over the halfway line. Closed down by Jordan Sinnott, out for a Guiseley throw. About 10 yards into the Altrincham half on this left-hand side. A throw to the Lions. Lowe has Nicky Boschel ahead. He lays the ball back to Danny Lowe. Boschel goes left, but Guiseley get the ball forward and find Tom Craddock. He's got players around him. He's not going to find much space. Craddock chips the ball infield here to Jake Lawler. Lawler keeps it going, moves it to the right-hand side where Zach Thompson spreads it to the other side where Brooksby plays it into the area in an acrobatic interception there from Haven. Back in here from Brooksby into the area. Helped away by Josh O'Keefe. Guiseley pressing with the aerial balls into the area in that moment.
Yeah, that ball into the area, that initial ball was exactly what we needed. It was quick and it was across the face of goal and it forced Alty to deal with it.
Altrincham eventually do clear. Densmore, the captain, with a firm boot through the ball. Helped on by Atkinson, away from Rankin. Such a threat is Michael Rankin. And Rob Atkinson's going to have his hands full tonight. He and Adam Lockwood.
I think he classes as a big
brilliant
unit.
crossfield ball. Comes in to find Nicky Boschel as Guiseley come forward again. Danny Lowe now up from left back. Tries to get past Densmore. Does. Keeps on his feet. Goes into the penalty area. Tries to lay it back. Cut out well by Jordan Sinnott, who anticipated where the ball was going. Super run. Super ball from Will Hatfield. Great football from Guiseley all round.
Lovely bit of understanding down the left-hand side there, freeing up Danny Lowe to make that run. Stayed strong under the challenge, and you could see he was trying to pass it back across to the strikers in the centre of goal.
So Guiseley with the first corner from the left-hand side. Floated in towards the back post, up towards Atkinson. He can't win this one. It's headed away, but picked up now by Danny Lowe. On the edge of the centre circle. Plays it long in towards the area. Nicky Boschel's going looking for it. Sinnott heads it back across the face of his own goal. Fortunately, from Altringham's perspective, Stuart Coburn leaped ahead of Rob Atkinson, who was up there looking to get on the end of it. And the danger passes, but not the most sensible of header from Jordan Sinnott. Guiseley just unable to capitalise on that occasion.
That was a shaky header, but he was under pressure from our attackers.
It's a very fresh and open start to this game. Guiseley 0, Altrincham 0. 15 minutes gone. And the Lions have had some great chances. So have Altrincham. Damien Reeves really should have scored. And there's been plenty of action in this game. But Guiseley on top at the moment. Nicky Boschel into Tom Craddock. Boschel and Craddock combine. Nicky Boschel lays the ball into the feet of Adam Boys. Out to the right-hand side. Brooksby with a lovely ball in here. Nicky Boschel on the edge of the 18-yard box. Plays it in towards Adam Boys. Doesn't get it. Boschel with a shot. Superb save from Stuart Coburn to deny Nicky Boschel after he seemed to have initially fluffed his lines with the pass to Boys. The ball fell back to Nicky Boschel. A great drive. Stuart Coburn underneath it. Tipped over, and it's a corner to Guiseley.
Lovely bit of passing move from Guiseley there. It was little triangles that was working it forward. Boschel just charging into the box. We thought he tried a little cheeky 1-2 with Adam Boys, I think. It bounced kindly for him, and that's a great save by Stuart Coburn. Really fizzed it at the goalkeeper, and it was just a touch to take it over the bar.
Well, Guiseley need to capitalise. They need to get the goal. They had chances on Saturday, they didn't take them. Can they this time? Nicky Boschel with a corner. Header in! Oh, what a header! The first goal in the Vanarama National for the Lions. And it's come from the centre half. Rob Atkinson, the new signing, has buried the ball into the back of the net on his debut here at Nethermoor. And after 15 minutes, it is Guiseley 1, Altrincham 0.
We're off. We are off and running. That was a lovely corner. It was played at an awkward height for the defence, just a little bit too low to head away. played in at pace. Atkinson got on the end of it, powered a header past the keeper, who must have been unsighted by the crowd of players in front of him. We're off and running in the National.
Well, what a start after we were just beginning to wonder whether Guiseley would be able to take the chances. They've come out of the trap so brightly tonight. Mark Bauer must be delighted with that start. Guiseley 1-0 up. Grimsby 1, Barrow 0. Barrow, of course, the team we travel to next Tuesday, and Fylde 1, Hensford 0. Fylde having a disastrous start in the Vanarama National North, but they're leading tonight 1-0 against Hensford. Richie Allen on the transfer list there. Seems a long time ago now for Guiseley, though, since we played them in the semi of the playoffs. Altrincham now looking to get back into this game with Guiseley the goal to the good. They have a free kick on the edge of the centre circle. 17 minutes gone. The Lions lead by that Rob Atkinson goal. On 15 minutes, a firm header from a corner. And now they've got a bit of defending to do because Jordan Sinnott is going to send this one long towards the edge of the 18-yard box. There's 3-4 players up there, including Reeves and Rankin. What a strike partnership that could be. The ball delivered into the box towards Rankin. And it's headed away. It's going to be picked up, though, by Jake Moult. Moult can't keep it in play, but he doesn't want to because he's going to earn the throw. He plays the ball here to Josh O'Keefe. O'Keefe square to Jordan Sinnott towards Rankin. Rankin slips on the ball. Can't control under pressure, but he does manage to get the ball to Sinnott. But Guiseley managed to clear. Long one forward, looking for Tom Craddock. Craddock chasing this one down in a race between him and Gianluca Haven. Haven, a good solid centre-half, manages to get between him and Craddock and make sure the ball goes out for a throw into Altrincham. Left-back position. Certainly not counting our chickens yet, are we, Dave?
What chickens?
Exactly. Cluck, cluck. Guiseley 1-0 to the good, but there's a lot of football yet to be played tonight. Ball here with Griffin. Forward, headed away by Atkinson, the goal scorer. Into Jake Lawler. Lawler has to tackle, and there's been a firm challenge in on Brooksby. Not quite sure who's the perpetrator on that occasion, but Brooksby's gone down, and he's clutching his ankle, and the referee is going to have a chat here. And perhaps, I'm not quite sure who it is, actually, Dave, from this angle.
The referee was having a word with Jake Moult. There were quite a few players in there. I was unsighted, so I didn't see if it was him that put the challenge in, but it's kind of indicative of the sort of challenges that have been being made today. It's quite fast-paced. It's quite not an aggressive or bad-tempered game, but there are some full-blooded challenges going in tonight.
Yeah, full commitment from both sides, isn't there, early doors?
And why not? It's a winnable game for both sides.
Guiseley are leading by a goal to 0. Free kick on this halfway. No card for Moult. Just a warning from the referee. This one goes long into the area. Again, looking for Atkinson. It falls down here. Lockwood can't get on the end of it. Rankin, forced into defensive duties, hoists the ball away into the cricket field. And Guiseley have a throw about level with the 6-yard box on the right-hand side. And this is a very promising move again when the ball goes into that area. Atkinson and Lockwood, they're causing trouble.
And there was a lot of pushing and shoving in that box as well, and they all clumped together to try and get it. So it's no wonder there was a bit of confusion when the ball broke free.
Throw-in into the area, headed away now by Moult. Only as far as Craddock, who plays a lovely 1-2, goes into the area with the return ball, can't get it past Coburn, but a superb piece of creative play from Tom Craddock. A 1-2. Found himself some space into the area, just couldn't dink the ball past Coburn, who came out and spread himself well.
Well, after years of playing with a single striker up front, it's interesting to see this fledgling partnership between Boys and Craddock. And again, they linked up brilliantly there. Craddock, very unlucky. Keeper came out well, made a good save.
Well, Zach Thompson's just gone to ground after an aerial challenge, but it's been picked up now by Densmore. Densmore's played the ball forward. It's going to be intercepted and dealt with here by Lockwood. To Lowe. Lowe plays it square here to Jake Lawler. Lawler seemed to struggle with the conditions a little bit, in my view, on Saturday. He's given the ball away on this occasion now, but he's intercepted well to win it back and give it to Brooksby. Brooksby now to Boschel. Boschel and Brooksby combine. Brooksby gets it back on this left-hand side now. Infield here to Tom Craddock, who has a run and tries to thread it towards Boschel. But this time, Densmore the captain can step across and win the ball back for the Robins, and Altrincham come over the halfway line before Jake Lawler interrupts play, and Guiseley win the ball back here on the left-hand side. Danny Lowe upfield towards Adam Boys. Boys heads it down, gives it towards Tom Craddock. It's intercepted this time by Griffin, and Altrincham really are struggling with the balls over the top and the link-up play between Adam Boys and Tom Craddock at this moment in time. Upfield, and now surely there's a chance for a free kick as a shout against Wayne Brooksby as Molt goes through the back, but the ball's been given away to Hatfield anyway, and Guiseley lay the ball into the feet of Atkinson. Zach Thompson now out to the right-hand side on the halfway line. Picked up here by Brooksby again. Guiseley just working their way down that right flank. Can't get past the efforts of What's happening now? Oh, that's working. Then how long does it keep working for? Let's just see. So, testing. I'm joined now by Mark Bauer after the 1-0 defeat at Welling United. Mark, a tough introduction into the Vanarama National, and just goes to show if you don't take your chances, you get punished, doesn't you?
It doesn't matter, what level of football you're playing at. If you don't take the chances that we've created today, if we'd have scored 2 or 3 today, I'd have been disappointed with the others that we missed. But yeah, I mean, we cut them to shreds at times and had absolute clear-cut gilt-edged chances that. Not taking any of them, been unlucky one that's hit the bar. Absolute stonewall penalty turned down. It's an unbelievable decision that we've not had the penalty before they've scored. And then they've gone and scored from a set piece, free kick that should never have been given. But we've got to defend it. We've got to defend it better. People are given responsibilities, and unfortunately they've not kept to those. And ultimately, it's cost us a point from a game that we should have been coming away with 3 really.
Talk about that penalty in the first half, the penalty incident anyway. You talk presumably about the moment with the handball in the area.
Yeah, the absolute blatant handball when he's got his hand above his head. I went to see the referee at half time, said we've been told that it's when an arm's in an unnatural position. I've not seen a footballer run around with an arm above his head. He said, oh yeah, it was handball, but he felt it wasn't intentional, so something we've got to live with. We're just little guys in this big league now, and maybe we're going to have to overcome 1 or 2 things. So yeah, very, very disappointed with some of the decisions that were given against us and not given to us today. But even with that, with the chances we had, we should have won that game comfortably.
On balance, how do you feel the team performed other than obviously taking the chances? How did you feel the overall shape of the team was today?
I thought we looked defensively, looked very solid. I think they only really created one real chance from open play. and it's really difficult to play on the pitch as well. It's very dry. Don't think it's seen a lawnmower for a long time, and I think it's their home ground. Fair play to them. They've done the homework on us. Know that we like to get it down and play, and that's not helped us do that. But I thought we adapted to it well, and created the chances to win the game. I'd say 90% of the performance was very good, but just that vital part of sticking it in the net was missing today. Both a bit of bad luck with Tom's that hits the bar and the penalty, but then chances that we had, we should have taken at least 2 or 3 and be going back up home with 3 points.
So you have a very short turnaround Tuesday night now, home against Altrincham. Altrincham lost today against Forest Green. They'll be looking to get off the mark as well on Tuesday night. It'll be another tough one for us.
Yeah, of course. They're all going to be tough. I think. Welling were the team that just stayed up. And obviously they've given us a tough game today, but we've nothing to fear. I don't think. I think the lads, after the game, obviously disappointed that we've lost, but can take heart from the fact that we're the best team and we should have won that game comfortably against a side who will rarely get beaten here. To be fair, despite their struggles last year, I think that it's a difficult place to come. But yeah, we obviously look forward to the Altrincham game. We've got 2 home games now, and it's an opportunity to get off the mark. And if we get as many chances as we had today, then I'm sure we'll stick a few away and hopefully win the game.
Thanks, Mike.
Chris Bell with Wayne Brooksby after Guiseley's 1-0 defeat at Welling. Wayne, first of all, can you try and sum up the performance and the result for the lads?
Obviously, a disappointing result, but there's a few positives to come out. We've created a lot of chances and probably should have scored a couple of goals. So, disappointing result, but a few positives to take out of it.
The epitome of a game of missed chances?
Yeah, definitely. To be fair, I think we were the better team. First half, I think we were a bit nervous, but we came out second half and definitely looked like the better team.
Organisationally, from their point of view, was it any more difficult than what we've been up against before in the league below?
Not massively, no.
Was there,
not massively, no. Like I say, if we'd have taken our chances, we could have quite easily won 3-0 today. We had the better chances of the game and maybe a bit sharper with them being full time, a bit fitter. But apart from that, there weren't a massive difference.
And something new overall came down yesterday, I believe, and you've had better preparation, perhaps more professional touches, perhaps. Yeah,
definitely. We've obviously had a breakfast and a pre-match this morning, which was good. Obviously, travelling down this far on a Saturday morning is a bit much to ask to then play 90 minutes. So, good preparation, and we felt sharp today.
In terms of this particular match, there was, as we had, numerous chances. There was also a couple of handball shouts and penalty appeals.
Yeah, don't like to blame it too much on the referee, but I think he had a poor performance today. Few decisions that could have gone our way that unfortunately didn't today.
Well, that was just playing through some of the interviews from the end of the Woking game. We're just out now for the second half of this one, with Guiseley now kicking off, playing the second 45 against a Altrincham side that they lead a 1-0, and the Lions get the ball into the Robins half early doors before a free kick is awarded against them, and we just need to just check how the lineup is happening in this second period. I don't think there's been any changes at the break, but of course Altrincham will no doubt look to change things around after Guiseley effectively really got on the top of the Robins in that first period, although Altrincham did have some very good opportunities in that first half and hit the woodwork twice, but it would be fair to say that was against the run of play. So Altrincham have a throw-in inside their own half, just on the halfway line, and they get ready to launch this one down the right flank. And it's up here towards Rankin. Rankin touches it back here to Densmore. Densmore infield now to Sinnott. Sinnott into Rankin. Rankin is part of a trio of passes, but now he gets the touch of the ball, plays it down the left-hand side. Griffin now drives it in towards the 18-yard box, but he doesn't really find a target, and Guiseley can comfortably deal with that one. And it's way up to the edge of the centre circle. And in the end, there's a free kick given against Altrincham for a foul on Nicky Boschel.
Yeah, Griffin's ball into the box there. Exactly the right sort of ball that Altrincham need to be putting into the Guiseley box if they're going to cause us any problems in this second half. I'm sure they've been sent out and told to put more pressure on us. I'm sure we're going to find it very difficult.
Long ball forward now from the Lions' perspective as they press on this Altrincham defence. Out on this left flank, now back to Jake Lawler. And Sinnott takes advantage of another loose ball from Lawler. And it's a Altrincham throw. Oh, sorry, it's a Guiseley throw.
Yeah, Jake's not quite been the mercurial presence he was last season just yet. Just needs a couple of good games under his belt, I think.
Guiseley now with the ball, with Adam Boyes just on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's collected and recovered by Altrincham, though. And Thomas Marshall helps up to the halfway line. Picked up by Laurie. Laurie lays it back here. Marshall then sends it long. Up towards Rankin. Rankin battles well. Holds himself firm and wins the ball. Plays the ball into the area now towards Laurie. Laurie with his back to goal. Plays it back here to Rankin. Rankin with a little dinking cross towards the back post. Tries to pick out Reeves. Guiseley clear, but only as far as Griffin. Griffin curls one in towards Rankin. And he's, in the end, pushed Lockwood. And Guiseley will get a free kick. But again, the aerial presence, the aerial threat of Rankin is the real obvious outlet for Altrincham in the early stages of the second half.
Again, slightly wonky clearance from Atkinson. Comes out to Griffin. Griffin again putting in that fast ball at an awkward height. Lockwood does brilliantly, actually. He knows the challenge from Rankin's incoming, but he goes for the header anyway, and he just gets himself in the way.
48 minutes, and the Lions leading by a goal to nil. Rob Atkinson, the man who scored the goal on 15 minutes in that first half. Guys have had their chances, so have Altrincham. At the moment, the ball all the way back with Coburn, who puts a foot through it. Danny Lowe heads on, leaps high, and then knocks it out for a throw, but he clattered to the ground. Referee just checking that Lowe was okay, and he'll be fine. So it'll be an Altrincham throw just inside their own half.
He proper threw himself at that as well. He landed very heavy. He's all right.
Now, Guiseley on the right-hand side with Rankin, Altrincham rather, on the right-hand side with Rankin. Good tackle comes in from Lowe. And now Boschel collects on the halfway line, raking ball across to Hatfield. Hatfield over the halfway line. Boyes ahead of him, plays it to Boyes, but two around him, so Boyes plays it out to Brooksby on the right-hand side. Now to Hatfield. Hatfield, he's got Brooksby with him. Hatfield cuts in field, though, gives it to Boyes. Back here to Brooksby. Brooksby crosses into the box towards the back post. Craddock! Oh, what a header from Craddock. Well saved, though, from Stuart Coburn. Dived down to his right to pluck the ball out of the air. And that was a great move from the Lions. Good ball from Brooksby. And Tom Craddock with a good header, met by an equally good save from Stuart Coburn.
Fantastic save by Coburn. Great header from Craddock. Some great build-up play by Guiseley in the build-up to that. Hatfield and Brooksby combining well down the right-hand side.
Braintree 0, Lincoln City 1. Guiseley lead by a goal to nil at the moment. Altrincham with the ball in their back line. Just passing it around, looking to tease a pass forward. But it's intercepted well by Danny Lowe in the halfway line against the rather large presence of Rankin. Rankin now battling for it against Boschel. Altrincham win it, though. And they win it fairly with Josh O'Keefe, who plays a long one ball forward towards Damien Reeve. Reeve won't get there ahead of Lockwood. And in the end, there's a bit of a late tackle by Sinnott on Hatfield. And it'll be a free kick. Sorry, it's not Hatfield, it's Zach Thompson is the recipient of that kick. And Guiseley will have the free kick in time to just take the time and reshape and reorganise.
Yeah, very late challenge there from Altrincham. Altrincham really looking like they're chasing the game now. A couple of wonky challenges going in. That one particularly late on Zach Thompson.
Stephen Drench plays the ball forward, out to the right-hand side. Picked up now by Brooksby. Brooksby cuts in field, plays a good ball in here towards Nicky Boschel. It's just gone beyond him, though, and into the hands of Stuart Coburn. But it was a nice idea. Nicky Boschel just peeled off to the right. Couldn't collect the ball, though. Now a long clearance from Coburn. Finds Rankin. He muscles off Lockwood, then plays the ball into the area, onto the right-hand side, where James Laurie takes it. He's been caught offside, much to the displeasure of the Altrincham fans who were watching just behind the referee's assistant inside the George Stock stand over there, and Guiseley get the free kick. But is it me, or is Rankin getting more and more into this game?
He is getting more and more into this game, and it does rather look like him and Reeves have swapped. So Rankin's now trying to get the best of Adam Lockwood, and Reeves is worrying Rob Atkinson at the moment.
Stephen Drench with the clearance, gets the ball up to the Altrincham half, and it's a bit of head tennis as nobody can get it down. Eventually it falls kindly for Sinnott on the halfway line. Sinnott can't get past Lawler. Goes back to Marshall. Marshall and Griffin combine and just poke the ball into the Guiseley half. The Lions pick it up, and then Hatfield is tripped by Griffin. He's just caught by him, and it'll be a Guiseley free kick.
Griffin looks disbelieving there, but he did leave a leg out, and that is
was enough invitation, wasn't it?
It's enough invitation for our man to go over.
Free kick then, taken by Atkinson. Plays a lovely ball in here towards Craddock. Craddock's chasing it. He's pushed off it by the strength of Jake Molt, but he just forced Craddock wide, and then it goes behind for a goal kick. It's taken short, and Marshall plays it into the feet here of James Lorry. Lorry steps forward up to the halfway line, and he's faced by Zach Thompson, so he sends the ball to the left-hand side where Griffin plays it out now to Sinnott. Sinnott on the left flank can curl this one into the box. He does. He finds Rankin. Rankin still gets space. He gets a shot away, takes a deflection, and then falls into the hands of Stephen Drench gratefully. After a rather unconvincing cross from Sinnott, found its way to Michael Rankin. He muscled off two players. He got a shot away, took a deflection. Comfortable for Stephen Drench in the end.
And that's where their danger's been all game. Michael Rankin, he's really using his physical presence in the box there, and he just he basically held off Rob Atkinson with his bum, didn't he? So to turn and try and get that shot away.
Ball goes forward again as Altrincham looking to find Damien Reeves. That's beyond him. Headed back by Lockwood, and then cleared by Stephen Drench up to the Altrincham half. It's bounced over Nicky Boschel, but well won by Adam Boyd. He lays it back here to Nicky Boschel. Back to the halfway line. Jake Lawler under pressure. He's caught, but the referee decides there's no foul by James Lorry, and the ball goes all the way back to Stephen Drench. Certainly looked like he clipped him late. Hatfield now for Guiseley over the halfway line on up from right back. Comes into the Altrincham half. Gives the ball here to Tom Craddock. Craddock to Boschel. Boschel takes a drive from distance. It was a good firm drive with the left foot, but it was always rising and went over the bar. But it's just gone behind for a goal kick. But a good move there from the Lions.
Excellent move again through the middle, just that triangular passing. Players moving, trying to find space all the time. Boschel just left it in about 3 acres of space there to take that shot. Had to hit it first time though. Always rising, never really going to trouble the keeper. But it's good that we're getting that kind of space and those kind of opportunities.
Woking 2, Bromley 0. Boston 0, Solihull 2 tonight in the Vanarama National North. Altrincham win a free kick just inside the Guiseley half. Apparently that is a unusual occurrence for the visiting fans who cheer. And in the end, the ball that goes forward is very comfortable for Stephen Drench. It's just nodded back by Danny Lowe to the Guiseley goalkeeper. And this is we've faced about 55 minutes gone in this game. Guiseley still leading by that Rob Atkinson goal in the first half, a header from a corner that separates the two sides. Plenty of goalmouth action as well in the first period. Not so much so far in this second, though. Tom Craddock into the feet of Nicky Boschel. He goes all the way back here to Danny Lowe. Guiseley holding on to the ball, but not making any headway, particularly in the second period, since Tom Craddock's header early on. Now, on this left-hand side, can Brooksby do something with it? He gets a shot from distance. It fizzed into the penalty area. It was comfortably dealt with by Coburn. It was straight at the keeper in the end, but it was a good bit of invention from Wayne Brooksby. Cut in field, took a firm drive, comfortable for Coburn in the end.
Yeah, and taking a shot when he saw the opportunity. I think if Guiseley were guilty of anything in that first half, just overplaying it on the edge of the box sometimes.
Ball from the captain, Densmore, out to the left-hand side, looking to get James Lorry into play. Lorry, of course, who hit the upright in the first half after Stephen Drench punched his effort onto the crossbar and the post. Guiseley now with a throw in their right-back position. And they throw up towards Adam Boyes. It bounces over him. Craddock feels he's been thrust to ground by Marshall. Referee disagrees. Guys, he just can't get their lines cleared for a moment. They're upset about that as the home fans protest. But Leather now has the ball for Altrincham on the halfway line. Helps it out to the left-hand side. Laurie gives it to Griffin. Laurie square into Sinnott, and he plays it up towards the edge of the D. Guys, he gets across, and it's a good foot from Hatfield to clear. Guys, he can't, though, keep hold of the ball. Altrincham win it back up towards Laurie. Laurie wins that one, takes it down, but well intercepted this time by Thompson. Gets enough of a touch on it, gives it to Hatfield. Hatfield, though, again with the long ball forward, doesn't find Craddock. I think he was expecting him to go into a different space. Craddock holds his arm up as if to apologise for not taking the position that he thought he was going to. And in the end, it's back with Altrincham, who send it long again. Nodded on by Rankin, helped on towards Reeves, but Reeves doesn't get the ball, and Guiseley get it away to the halfway line, but Altrincham just beginning to turn the screw in the last few minutes here, getting more of the ball. Good tackle comes in from Nicky Boschel. Oh, he's given us a free kick. And not particularly impressive decision, I'm sure. I'm not sure it looks particularly like he
been a
got
particularly physical passage of play there that the referee kind of let go. So I think he was going to blow up for something. I think he probably blew up for the wrong challenge there.
Free kick then for Altrincham, about 4 or 5 yards in from the edge of the centre circle. It's on the right-hand side, so they're going to play it long. They've got 5 on the edge of the 18-yard box, a couple just behind that. Guys, he wait for this high ball to come into the area. It's played in by Densmore, up towards a penalty spot, helped on by Leather. Rankin's in there, Lockwood gets the head on it. It's still not clear. Lockwood does clear again, only as far as the edge of the penalty area. Bounce tennis, head tennis in the area, nobody can get the ball down. Guys, he managed to clear their lines, but only as far again as Jordan Sinnott. He helps it out to the left-hand side, picked up here by Marshall. Good tackle comes in there from Hatfield. It's going to be a throw to Altrincham, but Altrincham have the wind up their sails in this period as we approach the hour mark. Throw goes short, picked up now by Marshall, who's playing left wing. Good tackle comes in from Boschel, but again, Guiseley won't recover possession. It's picked up again here by Sinnott. Sinnott has a little run at the Guiseley back line. Sinnott lays it square here, gives it to O'Keefe. O'Keefe shoots, but it's straight at Stephen Drench. It was ambitious, but never really threatening the goal.
It was a decent effort. It was on target. Drench just had to watch it all the way. Wasn't particularly swerving in the air, thankfully.
Clearance now from Guiseley on the halfway line. Good tackle comes in, picked up by Nicky Boschel again, who's in the halfway line, but again Altrincham come away with the ball. Again James Laurie down this left-hand side. Again Griffin into Rankin on the left-hand flank now. Rankin comes in towards the penalty area, taken off him well by Danny Lowe, and Danny Lowe clears it, but he will concede another throw. And Guiseley are beginning to feel the pressure. Do you think Mark Bow will change this around a bit?
Well, they're certainly putting the pressure on us, and as legs start to tire, he's got to have to put extra players on. You look at the bench though, and you wonder who can he bring on that gathers that physicality. It's hard to look much further than someone like Danny Hall or Luke Dickinson, Liam Dickinson. Luke's his brother.
Luke Dickinson. No, we all do it, Dave. Don't worry. O'Keefe now as Altrincham continue to press. The ball out to the left-hand side. Looking to pick out Griffin, but it's gone beyond him. Manages to hit the corner flag.
I think that's 5 points.
It bounces. Got one of those new flexible corner flags this season, and
that's new for the.
That's new.
That's new for the National League.
Maybe that's a National League standard we haven't appreciated.
We were talking earlier about all the things that have changed in the National League. One thing's still the same, stayed the same. The first half, Sue came round, still selling the raffle tickets. I love that about our club. She's still selling the raffle tickets. We're not so big time.
No, we're definitely not big time. Stephen Drench now with the ball. A goal kick. He clears. Guys, you need to do a little bit more in the second half than they have done the last 5 because Altrincham are sneaking their way back into this game. It's a long one over the top. Lockwood just flicks it back to Stephen Drench. But Reeves was there once again, lurking away, looking to get off the shoulder of the defender and pick up any ball over the top there.
What is clear, Guiseley are going to have to remain organised and concentrated for the rest of this game because one slip now and Altrincham can be in.
Header away now by Lockwood. Oh, it's not a good touch by Zach Thompson. Gives Laurie a chance to pick the ball up on the right flank. Back here to Densmore. Densmore lays it into Rankin. Lovely little touch here into the penalty area. Superb tackle by Lawler on Josh O'Keefe, who had just taken up a great position. It was a vital tackle because O'Keefe would have had a shot away at goal had Lawler not made the vital interception. This time, the ball over the top by Marshall goes straight to Stephen Drench.
There's the man. There's the man who was Player of the Year last year, Jake Lawler. A fantastically timed challenge right on the edge of the box. But what was I just saying? They have to stay concentrated, or Altrincham can pass this ball around them and they can use their power.
Well, I think we're going to see the first Guiseley change shortly, as Mark Bauer realises the game's just beginning to get into Altrincham's favour again. And is that Gavin Rothery I can see lining up? I think it might be. And it is indeed Gavin Rothery, and he will replace Nicky Boschel. So that's the swap we saw on Saturday at Welling. So chance now for Gavin Rothery to see what he can do. Perhaps he can help Guiseley retain possession a little bit more in that final third. Although I think Nicky Boschel, he's had a good evening. He's played well this evening.
I think Nicky Boschel's been one of the best players on the pitch. He's been industrious. He's played the ball well. He's played the ball sensibly and cleverly up front, and he's caused them an awful lot of problems in defence.
Rankin now back to goal, turns past two, gives the ball out to the right hand side. Densmore goes down. They claim a free kick or a penalty even, and there's a big shout from the Altrincham fans. But Densmore went down fairly acrobatically, but the referee waved that one away immediately, and despite the protests of the visiting fans and players, Rankin protested to the assistant over on that far side immediately. No penalties being given, and Guiseley still have to defend because Altrincham are in possession of the ball, albeit in their own half. Big shout there for a penalty. I really couldn't say from this angle.
I couldn't see an awful lot in that, to be honest, but it's that sort of a game. Anytime they get in or around that penalty area, they are going to look for things.
Oh, good ball towards Griffin. He just overhit it, played it in towards Reeves, but it was overhit. And then Guiseley clear, but Guiseley need to work harder now. Altrincham sense blood. They sense their equaliser is in the offing. Guiseley need to dig deep now. Rothery, now can he win his first touch of the ball up against Sinnott? Sinnott plays the ball back. It's a good header from Danny Lowe. Back to goalkeeper Stephen Drench.
I think he headed it back to the keeper with a calmness that most of the crowd here didn't feel.
25 minutes to go. Guiseley, I'm going to have to change this a little bit. Craddock not getting on the end of that ball again. It's high in the air, but he's squeezed out by two. Coburn collects. Craddock is full of running. He's not giving anything up this evening. Just in the last 20 minutes or so, he's not really had any... Well, the last 10 minutes, I'd say, he's not really had any sight of the ball in the Altrincham half. Altrincham come forward again. Griffin on this left-hand flank. Plays the ball in the area towards Reeves. It's just beyond Reeves. And Reeves again plays it off Danny Lowe. And it's going to be another Altrincham corner. This time on the right-hand side. And Guiseley are really under the pressure here.
Yeah, they need to keep very close eye on Michael Rankin here, because you just sense he just needs an inch of room in that penalty area.
Corner from the right-hand side, curled high in the air, up towards the back post. Headed on well, though. Guiseley can't clear. It's still up in sixes and sevens all over the place, and eventually it's a rather tame effort from Altrincham. Not quite sure who got the last touch on that. I think it might have been Josh O'Keefe who won the original header, and it's gone behind for a goal kick.
Alti fans certainly in good voice, certainly sensing something happening.
Well, that's Damien Reeves' evening over with. He's going to be replaced now by George Bowerman, who comes on to replace Damien Reeves. And guys, will be glad to see the back of Damien Reeves, but it doesn't mean anything, does it? Because obviously Lee Sinnott's got an idea in his mind. I think it was Damien Reeves who just had that last effort from the corner.
Yeah, Reeves has played well. He's carved out a few chances. He should have scored in the first couple of minutes of the game, really. So we'll see what Lee Sinnott's thinking here.
Grimsby 3, Barrow 0. Other scores: Harrogate now leading Gainsborough by 2-1. Alfreton 0, Lowestoft 1, and Braintree 1, Lincoln City 1. Guiseley still leading by a goal to nil here against Altrincham, but things have been turning much more in Altringham's favour in the last sort of 10-15 minutes. And again they might here, because Marshall has just brushed off Craddock and is coming forward now with the ball down the left-hand side. Gives it here to Bowerman, the substitute, plays it in towards Marshall, gets the ball back off a Guiseley interception off Rob Atkinson. Bowerman still on this left-hand side. Up against Hatfield. He wins the cross, gets it across the face of goal. It's headed away by Lockwood and up towards Craddock, who is playing deep inside his own half now, under pressure. Wins Guiseley the throw. Oh, the referee has got it wrong, and he's given that completely the wrong way. Altrincham take it quickly to exploit. It's a bad decision that from the officials. The cross comes in from Bowerman, up towards the back post, headed up in the air by Densmore. Densmore gets it across the face of goal, headed away by Lockwood once again. Guiseley just need to get their toes and get away here with Wayne Brooksby. Can Guiseley muster up a counter-attack now? Certainly need to do something. Brooksby onto the left-hand side. Gavin Rothery, first meaningful touch of the game for Rothery, into the penalty area. Can't get past his man. Too easily muscled off there, and Guiseley have wasted a chance for a counter-attack. And it's well defended by Scott Leather, but Rothery will be disappointed he didn't do more. In the end, there's a long ball up towards Griffin at the other end, and that goes beyond him and out. But, that was disappointing, wasn't it, there?
Oh, tremendously disappointing. Great run from Brooksby to win the ball, to win it on the edge of our own penalty area, and then just ran the length of the pitch. He might have released Boys, but he went the other way for Rothery, and Rothery just ran into an Altrincham defender. Very almost wasteful.
Guiseley with the ball in their right back position. The Lions just can't get out from the back line. They do well here. Craddock under pressure from Jake Moult. Can't turn and clear, but Danny Lowe collects the deflection. That little run there from Wayne Brooksby might just change the angle of play a little bit for a moment or two. That would help certainly, given the pressure that we've been under. Now Rothery can't control, doesn't take the ball down well. Picked up now by Zach Thompson. He plays it out to the left-hand side where Brooksby picks up. Characteristically runs infield, tries to get the cross into the 6-yard box. It's blocked, but Brooksby picks it up again, lays it back here to Thompson. Rothery just looking to get a good touch. He doesn't get the ball from Thompson this time. It's a poor ball from Zach Thompson. And Guiseley win the ball back really well with Adam Boys, who runs back. Now Guiseley have a little bit more zip and verve about them than they've had for 10-15 minutes, and the ball goes forward. Adam Boys goes chasing it, wins it off the defender, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, shoots, goalkeeper saves, takes the second shot, and it bounces off the crossbar. He kicked the ball into the ground, it bounced up and over the goalkeeper, but wouldn't go under the crossbar, bounces off it and behind for a goal kick. But great work on two accounts from Adam Boys there, superb play, and in the end the Lions could and should perhaps have been 2 goals to good. And that also sparks the second substitution of the evening, which is again a repeat of Saturday's, as Ryan Tilson will come on, no doubt go to right back. And that means that Will Hatfield will go into midfield because he's come on to replace Zach Thompson. Ryan Tilson on for Zach Thompson, and Ryan Tilson back at right back. Jake Lawler and Hatfield into the central midfield positions once again. Altrincham press down this right-hand side. They've got off with one. Guiseley have on a couple of occasions too. It's been that sort of game. It's been that sort of evening. We'll be wondering how this isn't 5-4. Rankin has the ball. He's 30 yards from goal. Back to goal, but he still shapes up to find a little incisive pass through. It's gone beyond O'Keefe. It's gone out for a goal kick.
Where to begin? Great run from Adam Boys to win the ball back and start that move that ended with him clean through on goal. He did everything right, closed down the defender, won the ball back. It didn't bounce kindly for him, but he did exactly what he should do. Kicked it into the ground, it just bounced a little too high onto the bar and out. That substitution, by the way, is an excellent one, I think. Hatfield did very well in the last 20 minutes against Welling. And I think hopefully he might just shore things up a bit, but
Bowerman now for Altrincham, plays it out to the right-hand side to Rankin. Rankin's in oceans of space. He gets the cross. He didn't have anyone to aim for, though, on that right-hand side. And in the end, Guiseley can clear with Danny Lowe helping it up towards the halfway line. Helped on now by Jake Moult and back into Guiseley territory. Oh, it's going to be breathless stuff.
Almost commentator's curse there.
Yeah, 20 minutes to go, yes, quite. Guiseley still leading by a goal to nil. Goodness knows how it's only 1-0. There have been some charmed lives, particularly that goal away to our right. The woodwork's been hit on several occasions, both for Altrincham in the first half and by Adam Boys in the second. And now Guiseley trying to win the ball, and Adam Boys forcing his way into the final third there, but can't control the ball, and eventually Altrincham do clear. And then Rankin gets a little trip from Danny Lowe and a free kick inside his own half. Grimsby leading 4-0 against Barrow tonight, and Tranmere 4-1 up against Gateshead. Those two are the teams that everyone expects to steamroller this division. They're certainly setting out with that intention this evening. Wrexham 1, Torquay 1 is the other scoreline, latest scoreline.
They all still have to come to Nethermoor, Carl.
Yeah, they all have to come here, eh? Little old Guiseley, as Mark Bauer said. The ball with Altrincham on the halfway line. Marshall inside the centre circle gives it to Sinnott. Sinnott much more effective in the second half. He looked pretty ineffective to me in that first period. Up to Rankin now as Altrincham patiently passing the ball around inside the Guiseley half. Densmore still just about the halfway line, looking to tease open a chance. Now Sinnott, a little run and a little pass through towards James Lorry, but the ball is taken off his heels and away to Stephen Drench, who clears up to the halfway line, and Craddock can't keep possession. So Altrincham will recover the ball once again. Played forward by Moult. Moult with a good cross, field ball towards Sean Densmore. The captain can't keep the ball in play. It's going to be a Guiseley throw, just inside their own half on this left-hand side. 1-0 still to the Lions. Guiseley with the ball on the halfway line. Up towards Tom Craddock, but the ball has already gone out on this left-hand flank. And there seems to be a thing between between Jake Moult and Craddock. I'm not sure there was anything particularly to note there. But
it's a bit of nonsense, isn't
they're
it?
having a little holding each other match. Craddock just trying to work the clock down because Guiseley lead. And then Adam Boyce does well from the eventual throw. He manages to get a touch on the ball and knock it off the Altrincham player, Densmore, and Guiseley will have a throw in inside the Altrincham half. Braintree 1, Lincoln 2, and Wrexham 2, Torquay 1. Torquay trip being advertised by the supporters club. It's going to be a weekender for the Guiseley supporters. Now there's a challenge here. And there's a high foot, I think, that is the decision on Scott Leather's challenge in on Adam Boyce. And so referee Michael Salisbury will have a word with Leather, and again he opts to keep the card in his pocket. We've not had a yellow card, have we, this evening? There's a couple of occasions when he thought we might have done. Adam Lockwood actually in the first half with the tug on Damien Reeves from our point.
Yeah, surprising that he's kept the cards in his pocket.
Free kick now to Guiseley. It's about 2 yards in from the touchline on the left-hand side. Curled into the area, headed away, only as far as Jake Lawler. He drills it in. Oh, it was always rising, but it was a well-struck effort from the edge of the area. And it's gone over the bar, but good movement from Guiseley. And the Lions almost adding another to their tally there. Jake Lawler's shot just goes over. Jake
Lawler there doing everything that he should do, bringing the ball down on the edge of the box. He just gets underneath the ball a little bit, so it's always rising. But it's there's still hope for this game.
Can it be the first 3 points in the Vanarama National as well as the first home game? Plenty of football yet to go. 15 minutes left. Both teams have really gone at this game. An entertaining opener here at Nethermoor. Back by Ryan Tilson. The substitute to Rob Atkinson, the goal scorer. Played out by Stephen Drench towards Adam Boyce. Boyce won't win that one. Marshall heads out, and it will be a Guiseley throw just inside their own half.
Boyce causing Marshall little trouble there. Marshall has the look of a bit of a lumberjack, doesn't he?
You can say that to him.
Should be playing in a check shirt or something.
He's a big unit, isn't he? Physical presence. And certainly that defence has shored up in this second half after, I think, for a spell in that first period, Guiseley were really, really picking apart Altrincham as we're coming forward. But Marshall now has the ball on the halfway line. Knows that the pattern of play has certainly changed from that first period, with Altrincham beginning to press and beginning to get goal chances themselves for a long spell. And Adam Boy's just making a challenge on Marshall, just in front of us, as the ball's not really going anywhere. And it's a clear Altrincham throw. But there's always the optimistic shout from the Lions fans. Ball goes back to Rankin. He steps back into midfield, plays it out to the right-hand side where Leather collects, now at right back for a moment. Plays it up towards Sinnott, but he can't control. Sorry, it was Bowerman. And Marshall now picks the ball up here and plays it straight into Wayne Brooksby. Boys plays it forward, but he's already gone out. And it's going to be an Altrincham throw inside the Lions half. And that real sense of urgency amongst the visiting team as they go to press and get this equaliser if they can. Marshall now on the right-hand side lays it into the left-hand side, gives it to Laurie, who's now on this left flank. Cuts in field towards Griffin. Out to Bowerman, up by the corner flag. Good tackle comes in on him. There's a claim that it took a deflection by Ryan Tilson and went out for a Guiseley throw, but the referee opts for the Altrincham one. Marshall, Griffin, finds Bowerman. He's in the penalty area. He's a bit of space to work into. Drills the cross towards Rankin. Well deflected away by Guiseley. Still can't clear their lines. The ball here with Marshall. The Lions under pressure again. And Altrincham begin to squeeze. Leather plays the ball into the penalty area again. Headed away by Atkinson. Picked up here by Wayne Brooksby. He pulls the ball over the halfway line. Takes it past Marshall. Goes past Marshall with pace. He's got Rothery at the back post. No, it's Craddock. He goes towards Craddock. The flag goes up. And Craddock didn't quite follow the line. He protests. But Wayne Brooksby with a super incisive run down that right-hand side. Played the ball past the centre-half, Marshall. Ran past him with pace and then drilled the ball across the 6-yard box.
Yeah, Brooksby just left Marshall standing there, tree-like.
Now the ball comes forward with Sinnott. Can't get past Boys, but still keeps at his task. Gets it to Bowman. Out here to Griffin. Griffin plays the ball into the area. It's a good one. Oh, it should have been a goal. Densmore was into the area. He went for the header. He missed it, and it's gone out for a goal kick. But that really was the incisive movement that you were expecting from Altrincham. A great ball into the box, and Densmore, well, I think if he'd made connection with that, that was 1-1.
Yeah, he'll be very disappointed with that. It's, again, another good ball played at an awkward height, at pace across the box. Densmore just running in, just arriving late. It just scuffs off his forehead. It doesn't make the connection that he would have liked.
Stephen Drench takes his time. It looks like there's going to be another Altrincham substitute. Their third and final one of the evening. Meanwhile, we continue. Drench's clearance goes all the way back to Stuart Coburn. Coburn rolls the ball out. Dover 2, Kidderminster 2. Like we said earlier, Kidderminster next up here at Nethermoor. If you haven't been able to make it down tonight, do get down on Saturday. Be a big occasion again. Altrincham now get the ball into the area, up towards Bowerman. Good defensive work again from Lockwood and Atkinson and Toulson to get the ball clear. This is a decent Altrincham outfit. We're leading 1-0 at the moment. We're certainly being made to work for that lead. The ball with Marshall, who on the left-hand side of the three at the moment. Played back to the goalkeeper, Stuart Coburn. 10 minutes to go. 1-0 to Guiseley. Rob Atkinson, the only goal in the first half. Loose ball here from Altrincham. Up steps Wayne Brooksby. Can't hold off the physical presence of Marshall, who steps across well, but concedes the throw. And it will be a Guiseley throw, which will have to wait because there's going to be a change, and James Laurie is coming off, and Ryan Crowther comes on. The final substitute for Altrincham. Guiseley still have one more to play. Danny Hall and Liam Dickinson on the bench at the moment. But at the moment, no sign of that third change necessarily happening. Liam Dickinson is warming up though. Guiseley have the ball here with Ryan Toulson. From that throw inside the Altrincham half. He earns another throw, about level with the penalty area on the right-hand side. Short to Boys. Then worked well through here to Hatfield. Hatfield can't keep his balance under pressure. And Altrincham win the ball and come away with it. Jake Lawler intercepts the substitute Crowther. And Crowther's first touch is to win a throw for his side inside the Altrincham half. Over the halfway line. Wayne Brooksby looks like he might have tapped the ball down with his hand, but he gets away with that one, and the ball comes down the right-hand side. Wayne Brooksby on the right flank. Craddock into the penalty area, and boys, Brooksby drills it in towards the goal. It's blocked by the defender, who actually goes down clutching his ankle for a moment. Guiseley don't recover the ball, and it's cleared now here by Griffin. Griffin, square to Sinnott. Guiseley win the ball back on the halfway line. Played forward now to Wayne Brooksby, getting a bit of space down these flanks. If he can get it into Craddock, his cross is intercepted by Stuart Coburn. And Guiseley now have to get ready to defend, because immediately Altrincham look to play the ball forward, look for Rankin. Rankin's not got legs on Atkinson on that occasion, and he sends it back to Stephen Drench. Drench lofts it high, headed on by Marshall, and headed up in the air now by Rankin. Now picked up down this left-hand side. Bowerman's found some space for Altrincham. Goes in towards the edge of the area. Skips past one into the penalty area. Great tackle comes in from Ryan Tilson. Super tackle from Ryan Tilson. Great run from Bowerman. George Bowerman almost opening up the Guiseley defence. Now has a corner on the left-hand side. The big men come forward now for the visitors as Altrincham go in search of this equaliser with just 8 minutes to go. Sinnott actually decides he's going to be the man who will take the corner. And so we have a change of taker. The nerves beginning to really kick in here at Nethermoor. The ball goes up towards the back post. Over everyone! Stephen Drench came out. Nobody got on the end of it. And it is a goal kick to Guiseley, but it literally fizzed above the heads of the attacking and the defending players in that instance. And you just felt if anyone got a connection, it would have gone, well, it could have gone anywhere, couldn't it?
The worry at this point is that the way that Guiseley have played this game at such a high pace and at such a high tempo is that legs are going to start to fade a little bit now. In conceding that corner, Ryan Tulson made that perfectly timed challenge and then got up immediately and exhorted his teammates to more and greater efforts. Guiseley need to keep going, but their legs will be feeling like lead right now.
Could have been at North Ferriby tonight. They're beaten Chorley by 4-0. That wouldn't have been much fun. This is much more fun at the moment. But how long it'll stay that way, you can never tell, especially in games against Altrincham. 7 minutes to go. Guiseley now got a throw in inside the Alti half, about level with the penalty area, which we are in absolutely no hurry to take. Ryan Tilson trundles forward, gives it to Jake Lawler. Tilson and Lawler combine, then the ball goes over the top for Craddock, down to the corner flag on the right flank. Craddock lays it back here to Tilson. He'll cross. He does. It's high in the air. Difficult one for Coburn to watch, but he does watch it well. Plucks it out of the air. And that will be Altringham's chance to press the ball forward once again. It's rolled out to the right back. Played forward up to the halfway line. Intercepted by Jake Lawler. Picked up by Craddock inside the Altrincham half. And then clumsy challenge comes in from Leather, and I would imagine he will actually go into the book because he was spoken to a few minutes before. And this time the referee will probably produce a yellow card. Probably not the red one, though, I think, that the crowd are hoping for. And what's more important, I suppose, is that he uses up a few more seconds.
A few more vital seconds for Guiseley here. Tilson's getting a lot of joy down the right. Tilson and Brooksby, now their pace is really testing Altrincham's defence at the moment. But we've got to be careful. We've got to watch on that counter-attack. We don't push forward too much in search of a second, but a second would certainly finish this game now.
Ball from Danny Lowe into the area. That's comfortable for Altrincham to clear. It's flicked on by Gavin Rothery. Too low. Lowe chips it down the left flank. Finds Craddock, but he's got two around him and he's right by the touchline. He can't do much other than probably win the throw for Guiseley. Hatchie plays a lovely ball through. And then Gavin Rothery goes down. And there will be another yellow card after two, because Gavin Rothery just seemed to get better of the back line after Craddock had threaded the ball between two defenders, just as we thought he was going to have to settle for the throw. And this time, Josh O'Keefe is going to be the second man into the book after he just tugged back at Gavin Rothery. And Guiseley will have a free kick.
Almost kung fu flipped Gavin Rothery there. It was a pretty cynical foul and deserving of a yellow card.
Well, he had to take one for the team, I would say, in his defence.
It's a tactical foul, but it's well deserving.
It's the final substitution for the Lions, and it is going to be the introduction of Liam Dickinson. And a warm round of applause for Tom Craddock on his home debut. here in the Vanarama National. He makes way after his final actions of this game was that rather deft little flick between those two defenders that set through Gavin Rothery and actually earned Guiseley this free kick. Liam Dickinson, who spurned a golden chance on Saturday to get Guiseley back on level terms with Welling. He steps onto the field and goes right over to talk to Wayne Brooksby, who's currently standing over the free kick, which is about level with the penalty spot on the left-hand side, just outside of the penalty area. And Dickinson actually now takes up a position inside the area. Guiseley will get underway now. Brooksby ready to take this one. Will swing this in. 3 players on the edge of the 6-yard box for Guiseley. And 3 minutes to go. This one curls in, up towards Dickinson, just over him, and behind for a goal kick. But there was lots of anticipation when the back post cross was made. But Dickinson was always going to be a couple of feet underneath that ball. And it's gone behind for a goal kick. Guiseley now need to organise, I think is the word, isn't it, Dave?
Organise, stay concentrating, keep an eye on Rankin, because he was getting into the game. He's drifted off again a little bit now, but he's just drifting back into midfield a bit more, causing Jake Lawler a couple of problems now.
Guiseley now trying to win possession back after the long clearance into their half from Coburn, causes a few problems. In the end, Danny Lowe sticks to his task and manages to earn Guiseley a throw in left-back position. And the Lions will take this one. It's up towards the halfway line. Boys wins the ball, plays it into the feet of Brooksby. Brooksby's got a bit of space to work into. It could be 2-on-1 if Liam Dickinson can join him. Brooksby takes the shot himself, and that's comfortably saved by Stuart Coburn. Selfish actually from Wayne Brooksby. He could have laid the ball square to Liam Dickinson, but in the end, guys, he spurned a golden chance to go 2-0 up again. And now Altrincham might just sense that there is yet some sting in the tail in this game. It was the last time we played against Altrincham. We got a last equaliser here, of course, at Nethermoor, just before Christmas in 2013. And, of course, that famous sting in the tail that Greg Wilkinson had in that promotion final of 2014. Now Liam Dickinson on the ball for Guiseley. Plays it up towards Boys. Boys can't get there ahead of Leather. Leather sticks to his task well. Gets the ball into the feet of Marshall. Marshall on the halfway line. Now here towards Sinnott. Sinnott tries to go past Lockwood. Super tackle from Adam Lockwood. A real captain's tackle. Dickinson goes lunging in to try and win the ball back, but Altrincham managed to get the ball into their possession, and then they play it forward towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Guiseley managed to clear and send the ball all the way down into Altrincham's right back position, and set themselves back for a defensive wall once again with just 30 seconds of normal time to go. Oh, it's a loose ball here. Gives Gavin Rothery a chance. Rothery didn't look convincing in the challenge. He's gone into Marshall. Guiseley don't win the ball, but they do win it on the second attempt inside their own half, and now Rothery can go down this right-hand side and use up some seconds. Rothery up against 3 Altrincham players. What he really needs to do is earn his side a throw-in. He's rather forcibly pushed off the ball, not as a foul, more a show of strength. And it will be, I think, an Altrincham throw, as we hear that there's going to be another 3 minutes of stoppages to play. And there could be a long 3 minutes here at Nethermoor. Wayne Brooksby has just snuck the ball off Sean Densmore and is running down this left-hand side. Can Guiseley get this killer second goal? It would be decisive if they could. But it's a slender lead at the moment, a 0-0, with just the extra 3 to play. With 30 seconds in that, Rob Atkinson scored it on 15 minutes, but there has been all sorts of chances at both ends for both sides. It's been a really entertaining game, an opening Vanarama National game here at Nethermoor. Now, Dickinson plays the ball over the top, looking to get Brooksby away, but that's never going to be an opportunity for him to release his pace down that left flank.
Dickinson's clearly been sent on just to be a physical presence and cause that Altrincham defence to keep an eye on him.
Now the ball's been won by Guiseley. Lockwood gives it to Lawler. On the halfway line, it's now here with Dickinson, holds it up, lays it into Brooksby, but Brooksby's pulled down, and a free kick is then given to Altrincham. So I say Brooksby was pulled down, he pulled the man down. I think that's a fair description, and so Guiseley now have to set themselves for the long ball forward from this free kick. A minute and 30 seconds gone of added time. Long one forward from the free kick up towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Headed on there by Liam Dickinson. Helped away eventually for a throw for Altrincham. But the kitchen sink proverbially is about to be thrown at this Guiseley back line from Altrincham. The ball back into the area. Flicked up in the air there by Josh O'Keefe. He can't get the header down. Helped away again by Danny Lowe. Guiseley really having to defend and defend stoutly now. Helped away by Liam Dickinson and all the way back to Coburn. Looked like there might have been a little bit of a push on Crowther. Nothing given. And Guiseley now have to defend again because it comes along once more from Altrincham over the back line. Stephen Drench will just pick that one up because Bowman's chasing him down. And that's a chance just to use up some more seconds now. 45 of the 3 remaining. Drench sends it long. Helped away by Marshall. And Guiseley now battling inside the Altrincham half with Rothery on the ball. Plays it to Lawler. Lawler sends it down to the right channel. There's no one there. Guiseley will take, Altrincham will take the throw in their left back position and will want to get this forward very, very quickly. And they do. They send it long. It's headed away by Lockwood. Picked up by Liam Dickinson. His first touch couldn't keep it away from Sinnott. And it's won back. Bowerman now goes on the chase. Toulson versus Bowerman on the right-hand side, left-hand side. There's a flag, but it's no avail. The referee has decided that is that. Guiseley have opened up the Vanarama National campaign at home at Nethermoor with a 1-0 victory against a very strong-looking Altrincham side. It was a goal on 15 minutes from Rob Atkinson that was the difference between the two sides, but it could have been many, many more. The woodwork and the goals led a charmed life. And at the end, though, the Lions have deserved their victory. Guiseley 1, Altrincham 0.
Yeah, to say it was only 1-0, very, very entertaining game of football between two sides, determined to try and play the game the right way. Very fast, very physical, some fantastic passing play from Guiseley, some of that fantastic triangular passing, a lot more energy than there was on Saturday, a lot more purpose about the attack. Altrincham in that first half really just couldn't cope with the combination of Boschel and Boys and Craddock and Brooksby. And at the end, you know, Guiseley defended stoutly. Altrincham threw as you say, through the kitchen sink at Guiseley, but Lockwood and Atkinson and Toulson, I think, came on and was very impressive that last 20 minutes as well. Guiseley will be very happy. Bauer will be very happy with that 1-0 win.
Well, we'll find out what he's got to say shortly, but it's been a good evening here. Hope you've enjoyed it. So we had the technical gremlins earlier, but we'll be back on Saturday, all things working on full systems, and we'll be hopefully looking at getting another 3 points. That would be wonderful, wouldn't it? But it's finished here. Guiseley 1, Altrincham 0. We've got the first 3 points chalked up on the board. See you next time.